Hello, hi everyone. So welcome to this week's flow. This one is a little bit different. Last time we flowed, we were looking at the concept of trust. So this one is all about play. So I just want you to carry on trusting yourselves, carry on trusting your bodies. You know what you can do. As we've taken a bit of a step back and really just listened to ourselves a bit more recently. So now just have some fun with this movement. I'm going to throw a few things at you. So really just treat this short session. It's not too long of a flow, just as a bit of playtime basically. So props are optional. You can use a yoga block if you have one. You could use cushions to make some of the poses more comfortable if you wish. We're not going to spend too much time actually standing for this one. We will come up at some point, but we're going to spend a bit more time on the floor. So let's have some fun. All right. And let me know what you think as well afterwards, because I'm intrigued. So come and lie on your back. That's where we're going to start. So get nice and comfortable. Keep my socks on. It's got so cold, guys. Really got chilly. All right, so come and lie on your back to begin with. Just let the arms rest by the side of you. Let the shoulders just roll down your back and close your eyes. Soften the brows, soften the muscles in your face. And just take a scan from the top of your body all the way down and just check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? And then just listen to your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just keep it slow, keep the breath calm. Just be in this moment now, nowhere else. Just think of the words in your head now, self-belief. Believe what your body can do. And also acceptance. Just know whatever your body does today is where it should be. And when you're ready, I want you to just bend your knees, bring them in towards your chest, and just keep hold of the knees with your hands. So we're just going to start by slowly breathing in, just let the knees come away from the chest. And then when you breathe out, just draw the knees back in towards you. And just continue this at your own pace. Okay, just use that breath in to take the knees away. Breathe breathe out as the knees come in. And just notice how this feels on your back, feeling that lengthen and that release. Then just let the feet drop down towards the floor. Arms go out wide if you've got the space. We're going to take our right ankle and place it on top of the left knee, just above the knee. So on the thigh, flexing the right foot. Just think about pushing that right knee out towards the side. Okay. And then from here, what you're going to do is just gently lay the right sole of the foot down towards the floor. Okay. Don't worry if it's not all the way there. Just land and find that lying twist. If that feels too much, you can come up slightly, but just try to soften into that twist. Take a deep breath in and just relax the shoulders. Okay, and then from there we're going to just bring ourselves back to the center, unhook, and just find that on the left. So just place the ankle on top of the thigh and then gently drop the foot down towards the floor. Soften through the hips as much as you can and keep breathing. Good, just take a couple more breaths. Then you're going to bring your legs back to the center. Okay, from here, just unhook. Take a full body stretch, just reaching your arms and legs away. And then you're going to take your time to roll onto your side and find all fours. So just bring yourself up. Okay, weight comes into hands and knees. So relax the feet. Keep the knees underneath the hips, hands under shoulders, and then we're just going to start to work through cat and cow. So as you breathe in, you open the chest, lift the tailbone, and then when you exhale, just round through the spine. So inhale to open, and then exhale to close. So just work again through at your own pace. Just breathe with it. Find that length in the breath and the movement. And as you're flowing through, just think about how your back feels today. How is your body feeling moving in this way? Okay, and if you want to, just start to have a little play around with the movement. You can circle the ribcage round. Maybe C-shape the spine and just look back at the hips. So just go with what feels right. You might feel the weight just shift forward and back. Maybe just start to roll and just ripple through that spine a little bit more. Okay, just keep going with that a few more times at home. All right. And then from there, we're going to take our first downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips. And as it's the first one, just walk the heels, find some movement in the legs and hips. You don't have to just move the legs, you can move through the chest and shoulders. You might even want to sort of pad the hands into the floor as well. You don't have to just move the feet. A bit like what cats do. You know, when they make the little biscuits, someone said this week, make the little biscuits into the cushions or pillows. You can do that with your hands. So just find that movement. And it might even feel good to just take one leg up, find three-legged down dog every now and again. Maybe lift up onto the ball of the foot. So this session is really just about playing around with movements that we know. Okay, so then some of this will be familiar. So see what else you can find. What other shapes, what other feelings can you find in your body? Okay, and then you're going to walk your feet forward and come and find a forward fold at the top of your mat. So feet, we're going to keep them underneath the hips, bend the knees and just relax the upper body for now. So let the shoulders go, just let those arms release. Take a few big breaths, just let it go. And as you're here in the fold, you might again want to just move through the feet a little bit. So maybe you bend one knee, push into one leg. You might feel the weight start to shift forward, using the hands to guide you. Maybe even sway or take ragdoll. You might even want to take the hands behind, pull the knuckles away and find some length in the arms so you can just stretch out the shoulders. Okay, and then you're going to roll up to stand. Just take your time till you lift to mountain pose. Just bringing the palms forward, opening that chest, and we're going to take some sun salutations from here. So, from there, feet can stay apart or together. Before we start our sun sals, just want you to move through the shoulders. So just take a few shoulder rolls back, just let the body go, and just loosen through your arms, okay? All right, so I'll do this facing you. And then what I want you to do is bring your arms out, and just let them cross in front, open them out. So you're really just letting the shoulders go. Again, this doesn't need to look a certain way. This is all about feeling, okay? So dropping down, you can let the head go a little bit if that feels good. So you just loosen up the top of the body and then just shake it off. And then we come into our flow. So palms forward. Let's take a deep breath in. Arms come out or in front. Extended mountain and then exhale to fold. From your forward fold, step or jump back to plank from here. Shoulders over the wrists, knees or toes as you lower down to crocodile. And then push into your back bend. So squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, cobra or up dog. Push back, downward facing dog. And then from downward dog, take your right leg up in the air. Okay, three-legged downward facing dog first. So we push through the hands. Leg can be straight or bent. We're going to bring that knee towards the chest, okay? So shift the weight into the hands, find that plank, round through the spine, to really curve here. Feel the core muscles switch on, and then take the leg back. Then you bring that foot down. Other leg, so left side, we breathe in to lift, exhale, come forward, press, then push, lift up, and land. And then to come forward, step, walk or jump towards your hands to find your forward fold again. And then slowly roll up through the spine, lift. Oh, big stretch tag. And then let the arms go. Love how we thought, I'll just do it here. So when you're ready, a few more rounds. Breathe in, lift up, exhale, come down. Inhale to step or jump back. Really feel the core muscles engage as you take your flow. All right, and then from there, right leg again, breathe in, exhale to come forward. Breathe in to take it back. Exhale, bring the foot down. Same on the left, option. You could stay on the knees here if you wanted to. Still can do the same movement. You can then just join back into your downward dog after, and then come back to the top of your mat. Good, rolling up and release the arms. Okay, so let's take 2 more rounds, 2 more flows. Let's get nice and warm. Okay, that was annoying me. So breathe in, lift, exhale down. Okay, if you want to take a more gentle approach, you can always stay on the knees. How far can you take the leg? How much can you open through the hip? Okay, there really is no right or wrong with this one. I want you to just move nice and freely. Challenge yourselves. Whenever you've finished, just stay standing. Soften the neck and shoulders, and then slowly rise. Okay? Just let the arms relax, catch your breath. Just keep your focus in front. And if you want to continue that movement in the shoulders, keep them going. We're going to get the shoulders nice and warm, especially for some of the grounded work we're going to do. So just keep that movement flowing. Okay, so from here, we're going to stay in mountain, but what we're going to do is actually take the feet wider. Okay, so I want you to step your feet probably as wide as your mat will go. All right, so turn the toes out from here. I'm going to do this facing you, it's probably a lot easier to show you. So turning the toes out, we're going to take Hindi squat. It's been a while. I haven't done Hindi squat in a while, not in a video. So we just want you to now, before we even come down, sorry, my mat's really loud, just think about shifting the weight through the feet, okay? So just find some nice movement here, just feel the weight transfer into the legs. You should feel the thighs switching on. So you can feel the heels, just pivot on them, releasing the toes. And then, so you really want your feet quite wide. And then we're going to take a squat. So just want you to start by just resting the forearms onto your thighs, okay? So hold in that position. And again, just feel the weight transfer in the feet, okay? See how the shoulders move, hips move. All right, and then from there, you're going to bring the hands down, push the hips up, turn the feet in, slowly roll up. And then we're going to come into this again, okay? So we turn out, we drop down, we take a few moments to just move through the feet. As if you're trying to really just massage yourself in. Then we come down, okay? If you're quite happy staying here, you can. Otherwise, drop the hips and take full Hindi squat. So with Hindi squat, we want to make sure that our feet are flat. So even though I'm moving, my heels are staying down, okay? Be mindful of the knees. If it feels uncomfortable on the knees, come up to here, okay? All right. From there, take one last fold. So we lift the hips up, drop the hands down, release the head, slowly roll up. And then from here, we're going to find downward facing dog. So I want you to just lift the arms, come down to the floor, step or jump back, hips nice and high, okay? So we're going to have a little play with jumping. Now, if you prefer, you can step. I will show you the first option with the step, and then we'll progressively just add more on if you want. So, from downward facing dog, soften through the knees if you need to. Listen to what the legs want. We're going to be working to the top and back of our mat. So first, we're just going to start with a step. So we're going to take a little crouch. If you saw that little bend there, so you're going to bend, bring your right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left, and then we take Hindi, either here or here. Okay, you're going to have a few moments of play, which is basically just a bit of movement, seeing how it feels. You might want to take a little twist. You can release the heels if you want, okay? And then from there, come back here. So not a full fold, we're going to come back to down dog. Step or jumping. So you can step it, push the hips back up, walk the heels, and then we're going to come forward again. Now, if you want to, stay with that step option, but I want you to maybe try and just push into a jump. So if you crouch, look towards your hands, push off the feet, land them wide. Try and aim for the outside of your hands, please, and then drop the hips. Hindi squat. Full, or you can stay up here. Yeah, take a few moments to move. See how that feels in the hips. You should feel them getting warmer. And then to come out, jump back, down dog, okay? So just have now a little bit of playtime, jumping forward, jumping back, having a little move around in Hindi squat, getting those hips nice and warm. Yeah, play around with the jumps. I want you to try and jump and land as light as you can, okay? I'm not with you at home, so I don't know how hard you're landing onto that mat, but try and keep the jumps light and playful, okay? So, little crouch, Hindi. See how long you can actually keep your hips up in the air for, yeah, with your jumps. Yeah, woo. You might have those moments, at that moment then of, oh God, when I just lose a breath. Okay. And this is a really good progression actually for anyone when we did in classes, jumping into bird pose. This is a good progression to work towards that. Just have a couple more goes. If you want to, you can always jump into Hindi, maybe whoop, jump back, maybe just try 2 jumps after the other. Yeah, so just want you to just have a little play on the mat, have a little play around with the jumps, see how it feels, trust your body weight, trust just shifting that weight up and down the mat, okay, and then after a couple more, if you want to, sit back to child's pose. Just take a little wriggle around in the hips. Soften through the shoulders. Just let everything relax for a moment, okay? Catch your breath. Just use this as a moment of rest, okay? Okay, now from here then, we're going to look at dolphin pose. So dolphin pose is a really good one to work on for the shoulders and for back alignment. So I'm going to explain, I'll just watch dolphin pose first as we go into it, and then we can look at adding on different progressions and, you know, having a little play with movement after that. So to come into dolphin, we've done this before I think anyway. Your hands are about the width of your elbows. That's where you want to set up. So you bring your forearms down and then the hands come in front. So dolphin pose is a forearm stand, okay, but with the feet on the floor. Hello cat. So you can either link the fingers together or just place them flat on the ground. It's up to you. And then from there, so I'm on my knees, I'm going to bring the weight forward into the forearms, making sure that they stay in this diamond shape, and then you're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips. Okay, so it's a bit like downward facing dog to start with, but on your forearms. And in dolphin, your head isn't on the floor, okay? So we're not putting the head down. If you want to and prefer to, you can put a cushion here, yeah, just to pad out that space if you'd feel better doing that, especially if you do feel your head is going to come down onto the floor, feel free to pop it there, okay? So dolphin, you literally push through the forearms, you lift the knees and hips, and you want to push the chest open, and think about your head, rather than here,
pushing through the arms, okay? So you kind of want your ears in line with your top of your arms. And if you need to, bend your knees and hold. And I want you to try and hold this position for about 20 seconds. Okay, so bracing through the tummy, keep pushing through those forearms. You'll feel this in the shoulders. If you do need to come down and rest, please do. Do not feel pressure to stay in that position. And if anyone's feeling brave, maybe just walk the feet in a bit closer. See how that feels. Okay. And then of course come down, take a little rest before you then go up again. And just let the shoulders move. All right. Now, dolphin is a really good pose to do if anyone wants to work on handstands or headstands. So with this one, I want you to have a little play with it. Okay, obviously I'm not at home watching you, but if you wanted to have a little go with headstands, if you feel comfortable to, okay? So if you've done them before and you feel quite comfortable doing it at home, please do, but please be careful and make sure that you have padded around you and you're in the safe place, okay? And that you're not just putting all the weight straight into your head, okay? So this is why I'm giving dolphin as an option. So if you don't want to try headstands, stay with dolphin because your head isn't on the ground, okay? So if you feel safer with that, stay with that. I'm going to show a few other variations that you can do with dolphin. So dolphin, we're going to come up again. What you might want to try is maybe taking a leg off. So lifting it up in the air. And then maybe trying it with the other leg. You might just bend the knee, flick the foot up, try that. Or if you can see now, if I walk my feet in closer and closer, I'm starting to get my hips almost in line with my head, but I'm still on my forearms, okay? I'm not letting that head touch the floor. So just have a little play with it, all right? There's no set thing here, all right? Rest as much as you need to in between. It really doesn't matter. So you can actually kind of really build up to forearm stands here as well. So if you're walking the feet in, taking a leg up, you might feel brave enough to even take a little hop off that foot, okay? And you can feel when you're in that position, it's quite hard to talk and do, that when you kick up, the hips start to come up as well. And you want to try and get your hips in line with the head, yeah? That is where, when everything starts to come in line, that's when you can build onto headstands and handstands, yeah? Because you're kind of getting that feeling of everything stacked on top. So yeah, keep having a play if you want. Obviously this will get the shoulders, you might feel a bit head rushy, so do take breaks if you need. If you're going with headstand, that is the exact position you want, okay? So think about the position you had in dolphin. Your head would literally come in between here. So you tuck your head in towards your hands. I'm not going to detailed talk through a headstand right now. I'll probably do that separately, but I'm just saying it, if you know the setup and you know how to come into it, give it a go. Use wall space, whatever you need, okay? Try against the wall first, because I'm not there. Okay, so just have a couple more goes. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually even done a headstand, to be fair. Woo! So realistically in a headstand, you're not putting the weight all into the head. This is why we start with dolphin, because you should really be using the forearms and your shoulders, yeah? And the core strength. All right. So after that, just have a little rest, do what you need to do. Okay. Okay. So you might feel a little head rushy. So just take your time, just catch your breath. Right one has to take a fold, maybe just reach and lengthen back. Okay, so from here then, what I'd like you to do now, stay seated. We're going to tuck the feet and I'm going to show the spacing in the front first. So as if you've got the legs crossed, all right? So pick a leg, doesn't matter which one first, you're just going to have it in front. And what we're going to look at is opening into, well, if it's forward, it's heron. But what we're going to do is open it out to the side, okay? So you're going to take your same hand around that foot. You're wrapping your hand around the sole of the foot so the fingers wrap around the outside. I want you to pick up the foot and then just lengthen the leg out to the side, okay? You might want to just keep that leg bent to start and then focus on lengthening the back. So when we lift that leg, naturally the body probably wants to round and the shoulders want to come forward. So actually just make a conscious effort now to push the chest forward, bring those shoulders back, and you might want to just keep this hand on that knee. And then just try and lengthen as much as you can, okay? You can have a little swing around of the leg if that feels good. Notice how it feels on the hip, down the back of the hamstring. This is where you're really going to feel it more, okay? Just see how far the leg will go out. I'm not actually that flexible that way around. I'm better with my legs in front. My mum can get her leg like, she's crazy flexible that way. Hi. If she's watching this, she might not be. But yeah, my mum's very flexible in this position. And I'm like, ah. All right, and then just let the foot come down. Have a little play on the other leg. So try and find that length through the back first, lift the chest and then push the leg out. Okay, you don't have to move the leg, of course. It's okay even just keeping that knee soft. You can really feel it a bit more in the hip there as well. And still here down the hamstring. You want to try stay long through the spine rather than just forcing the leg out straight. Okay. All right. Now some of you will know where this is going. We're then going to try both legs. So have a little play. This is where you will want space behind you, okay? Because if you do roll back, you've got somewhere to roll. So just make sure you've got a clear space. Then you're going to lean back so you can feel what happens here. Is when I take hold of the feet, lean back, brace the core muscles. So you need to really brace the tummy. If you brace the core, you've got control then. Then I want you to release and try and take the legs out to the side. But keep that spine long. So push your chest up towards the sky, yeah? Okay. Maybe just see how long you can hold it. Can you move with it? What happens? Okay. Now, I'm going to try and demo this. We've done this in class. I've not done this on a video, I don't think, before. So you're going to lift up. Then I want you to try and roll back and then come back to this position. Okay? So I'm going to roll back through the spine, lift back up, and then try and extend your legs back. So if you want to and got the space, have a little play with that. Otherwise, just try and hold it. Yeah, what's the worst that's going to happen? Just going to roll on your side or just not come back up and go for round two. Okay, cool. And then when you've had enough, collapse onto the floor gently and just let your body settle for a moment. So just relax your arms. Just take any movements, any additional poses you want. And just let the arms settle, let your shoulders relax, and just take a few moments to close the eyes and just breathe. Just let the breath flow at its natural pace. And just take a few deeper breaths in. And just start to slowly let your body come back. Just introduce some movement. Just let the hands move, feet. Just let your body react however it wants. Okay, and then when you're ready to come back to seated, just let yourself rise across the legs. Just let your hands rest back onto your knees. Right, and then to finish, just take one last breath. Let the palms connect. Bring the thumbs to tap down to your forehead, lips, heart. And thank you. Well done. So, let me know how you got on. Intrigued. It's a bit of a play session, that one. So any questions on any of that, please just let me know, and I will reply back. Cool. Have a good one. Bye.